quality camera.
Hi.
Oh.
Hi. We're live.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, she's like grabbing my
now.
neck skin.
She's like, that's for all those times that you grabbed mine, Daddy. Hi, it's okay,
Hello
baby.
from Rosie. Irvine, California.
Oh, she didn't like that dog. She didn't like Rosie. It's okay. Rosie, she's just a friend.
Okay, we are live. What was that thing they used to say in Good Morning Vietnam? That's a cool movie. Oh, it's an old movie. Anyways, we are live, and we are reading the comments right there, honey.
Hi, Sean, over there.
Hey. Over there.
Oh. Yeah, just turn it down. Sorry, we've got echo from another thing. All right, everybody. So this is kind of a unique broadcast because we've never done anything like this. We kind of talk about it.
It's been a while since we've done broadcast.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a broadcast. But the reason this is really unique is we're going to talk specifically about YouTube, okay?
YouTube.
Now, YouTube. If you guys don't know, I'm Benji, Judy's husband.
And I'm Judy, Benji's wife.
And we have Sean Cannell of SeanThinks. You want to say hi, Sean?
Hey, what's up? Sean here.
Now, if you guys don't know, Sean is a good friend of ours that we've known for a while, and I guess you could say he's kind of like the whiz behind the magic. So he is the wizard.
He's a
YouTube.
YouTube pastor.
YouTube pastor, and he's also the YouTube ninja. We call him the ninja. And we wanted to do this specifically because Sean and I, we feel like we have a lot to offer, and obviously Judy, she is a superstar.
Oh gosh.
About how to be successful on YouTube. Now I will say one more thing about Sean. If it wasn't for Sean, I don't think Judy and I would be where we are. Judy's, both her beauty channel as well as our vlog channel, my food one, is greatly affected by Sean's wisdom. So it was my idea to do this, and I asked him to be on today. So thank you very much, Sean. You want to say anything before we get started?
Yeah, I'm just excited because we got to work together over the last, really, I don't know, 3 years or something, a whole wedding series, and doing a lot of videos together. And I know there's a lot of people that watch, of course, ItsJudyTime and BenjiManTV that also have their own channels. They're making their own videos, and they want to, see those channels grow. And I think that sometimes for people, there's like that disconnect between like having hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers and like how do you get started, like how do you really get going. And I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of different people in different spaces and arenas and really help them grow their YouTube channels. So the last time I think it was at Blogger Fair together, and Benji and I started talking about like what if we were to really help people grow their YouTube channels, get more views, get more subscribers, how to make better videos when it comes to cameras, lighting, all those kinds of things. And so I think that's kind of how this came about.
Sweet. Well, thank you very much, Sean. And honey, we did a Google Docs here, and I'm going to pull that up here soon. We had a questionnaire that we put up. In fact, if you still want to be part of that questionnaire, which will influence what questions we ask, the link is down below in the YouTube info box. So let me pull that up for you, honey, so you can answer a couple of them. Judy's got to edit the video, so I'm going to take over here for a little while. Let's go ahead and look at this. Questions about YouTube form. So let's just go ahead and enlarge this. All right. Okay, first off, one of the questions we asked was, what is the most challenging thing about YouTube? And I would have to say, if I were to actually go, this is cool, this thing, it gives you like, show summary for responses. Yeah, what's the most challenging thing about YouTube? And the most popular answer was all of the above. But second most popular was editing videos. Do you want to just go ahead and give some tips about editing?
Editing videos is definitely going to be the most difficult, especially if you have no experience. I have no background in video editing whatsoever. Granted, the videos I edit are pretty straight to the point. You just cut and then paste some parts. But what I suggest is just to practice and to use the editing software that comes with your computer, whether it's a PC. I think I used Movie Maker for like 3 years, and then once I got my own MacBook, I use iMovie, which is so easy. It's straight to the point, and I love it. Even to this day, I cannot use Final Cut or Final Cut Pro because it's too complicated for me. So the way I was able to edit the vlogs every single day, just practice and editing, and just get yourself used to it. But I do recommend the programs that come with your computer. They're free, and they're simple, and they're meant for the everyday non-video editor.
Yeah, definitely just keep it simple.
Yeah, so then once you've done it enough times, then it'll just come second nature, which is how it is for me today.
Sure. And people are saying there's an echo. Is there any way we can fix that?
Okay, yeah, let me.
How's it sound right now? I can't hear you, but if people can.
No, I'm wondering why there's an echo. There shouldn't be an echo.
But if you turn it down a little bit on your side.
Yeah, here. I'll turn it down. But go ahead, Sean. I'm gonna mute us for a second and figure out the audio. You can answer the.
Yeah, video editing. You know, if you can hear me, leave a new comment on the video just so I know that you can hear me, and the echo should be gone. But one of the friends of mine uses, the equipment for video shooting and for video editing can be a big challenge. And what she does is she uses her iPhone, and she downloaded the iMovie app for like $5, and she actually will shoot. Her name's Abby. Makeup tutorials on her phone, and then she'll edit it right there on her phone, and just spending a little time. So I think sometimes it can be like, you feel like technology can be a barrier, but I think the biggest thing is to just jump in and just start, shooting and start practicing editing, and just keep it simple to start with. And so I like what Judy said too, iMovie, Windows Movie Maker, use whatever you have. A lot of software is already on, your phone, or your computer.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Well, I mean, there's a lot to talk about. So we'll get right to the next one. And, everybody, we are reading the comments in the YouTube comments area. So if you want to leave a question there, that's a great place to do it, aside from the questionnaire. The next one I think would be good. Well, Judy's here. We'll have her do one more, and then she's got to edit.
Put the baby down.
Promoting channel.
Oh, how to promote. Oh, man. Use the free social media platforms, the one that we use a lot lately and has made a major impact in our views and subscribers for our daily vlogs, is Facebook. Who doesn't have Facebook? And what's awesome about Facebook is that, number one, it's free. Two, it's all over the world. So you can have all over the world. And also, three, another thing is everybody of all ethnic backgrounds, ages. I mean, I think my whole family, even in Philippines, is on Facebook. So you're going to get a huge demographic. And yeah, we put like video clips of, I put short snippets from the vlog onto Facebook, the Facebook platform. And I think on Facebook it's easier to watch that rather than a YouTube video that's embedded. So use your social media platforms. Facebook, Twitter is really awesome, although I don't use Twitter as much anymore. And Instagram. Those are all free, and a lot of people use them. So pushing your videos out there. And if you don't have like a public page or a huge following, start off with sharing with family and friends and ask them to share.
Mm-hmm. Use your own circle of influence, as we would say in real estate. And another great way to promote your channel, I know there's been a lot of comments about spamming in the comments area, which no one likes, but you can do it. You're free to do so. However, if you can collaborate with another YouTuber that's similar in size to you, that's going to be your best chance to grow your channel. Obviously, if you collaborate with somebody bigger than you, that benefit you, but you just because. Subscriber levels. Sean, you want to chime in on that as well?
Yeah, I was thinking that one of the best ways I've seen for people that are just starting out to promote their channels is to try to be like the first to review something or the first to like be on the opposite side of a search term. And so for people watching, if they got a makeup channel or a hair channel or a beauty channel, if they could like really hustle and wait for something new, and Judy would know a ton about this, and if you could get to it before anybody else, then possibly you could be showing up in search when people are wanting to see a product review before anybody else. And that's really how you're going to build your channel, by putting a lot of hustle in up front. And then when you see it, if the video is good and you review it, you just give a really thorough review of something new, then people can start subscribing, and you're going to be able to build up over time by jumping on the other side of what people are typing in the search. I love to think that, like, what for my channel are people typing in YouTube search? And if I can show up on the other side of that by creating really good videos, then more and more people are going to keep finding my videos.
Good stuff, man. Really, I like that first impression.
That's true.
That's one that Judy uses a lot, actually.
Yeah, when you do reviews. I was about to ask you, Sean, did you do the review on the iPhone 6?
You know, I should have. I haven't got one yet. But like for instance, it's just kind of funny. But I have, I think, one of the top search videos for shin ramen. I eat a lot of shin ramen. That's spicy ramen. And back when that video came out, like my channel, you know, like nobody really knew about it. And when you can look at the stats and see where you get subscribers from, see what happens. You know, where people come from, and because like that video is kind of quirky, it's kind of fun, but it's like got a lot of content in it, it shows up there, and so more and more people discover it. So if people can like try to find like a niche of like, you know, something that people are searching for a hair tutorial, or what they're searching for makeup, and like really get a top video in that, that's going to be a huge subscriber channel builder. And a lot of times it might just be like 1 or 2 videos, and then to keep trying to make as many videos like that to do it. But like you said, if it is the iPhone 6, if you could camp out, you sleep there all night, all week long if you have to, in front of the Apple Store, and then you shoot the video right as you get the phone and you do the review, there's something about being first that really can be helpful to grow your channel.
For sure, for sure.
And by the way, if there's still an echo, please leave it in the comments area because I am trying to fix this. Yeah, all good stuff. Do you want to answer one more?
Yeah, I can answer one more.
Let's go to where that is. Everybody, let's answer one that came up on the comments area of the YouTube page. Let's see. Did you see one?
That's what related to. Okay, well, here's one question from Jezen May. Hi, Benji and Judy. Hi. First of all, I love your family. Thank you. My question for you both is, what are some things that you want your viewers to learn from your daily vlogs? One thing about our vlogs is I want people to know that life isn't perfect. And although I think we have a very happy marriage, would you agree?
Yeah, and a great life.
And although we are happy in our marriage and we have, like Benji says, a great life, there are some downsides to it. So sometimes I film our arguments and some people are like, whoa, Judy, that was very inappropriate. But you know what? That's how life is. And I don't want to sugarcoat things because it's okay for you to have those I don't know, hiccups in life. And for those of you that think that we live a perfect life, Benji looks so embarrassed.
I'm thinking of the Kardashians right now.
And it's okay that we have problems, and it's okay that you get stressed out. I've gotten stressed out so much the past 7 months, and it's perfectly okay. And I just want people that are out there that are going through tough situations in life, just know that I guess you're not alone. I don't know if that's even something to take away.
Be real and be honest, which I think brings up the other point that I would love to talk on is when you're deciding what you want to do, like for YouTube, what you want to record something you're passionate about. So a lot of people just want to start vlogging because they see us vlogging or the Shaytards or other popular YouTubers vlogging, and they think they would like to, you know, get those kind of views. But not everybody is a vlogger, like a daily vlogger or even a weekly vlogger. There might be something else that you can record. Like, for example, I like to vlog, but even Judy would say I'm not like the most natural vlogger. I am only because Judy kind of helps me, you know, learn how to be a better vlogger. But I love talking about food. So that's like my personal passion. So when deciding what you want to tape, I would try to help you lean towards doing things that you're passionate about, even if you don't think there's a lot of viewers. Because the one thing I know, as YouTube continues to grow and there's more people viewing YouTube and there's all these subcultures in the YouTube world, even if you're a gardener of tomatoes, you're going to have an audience that wants to see you garden about tomatoes. Or say you're somebody that likes to travel to Tokyo, there's plenty of those. Tons of people that just want to see you eating food all over Tokyo. So don't ever think whatever you're passionate about is uninteresting and there's not viewers. There are viewers out there. So, you know, don't be afraid to record what you're passionate about. Sean?
Yes. Good answers. So, hey, at this point in the Google Hangout, reminder, Benji posted a form in the YouTube description, and there's some questions on there. Those will be really helpful. So if you go into the YouTube description on YouTube and click that, there's kind of a survey, and a lot of that would be super helpful. And then also post some questions in the comments section of this, and would love to hit some of those. And we'll kick it back to Benji and Judy to answer some of those questions as well.
Oh, what? Did you answer that question, or am I answering the question, Sean?
No, he's saying.
I was just kind of giving some announcements, and
okay, all right.
Maybe when I talk for the echo. But I'll hit one from if you mute me when I talk. I think that's where the echo comes from. But Anitra Campbell says, how do you make, asking Judy, how do you make your videos brighter and prettier? Did you hear that, Judy? And so she can answer that question, but just to kick it off, and this is one of the biggest things that you could do to make better videos on YouTube, is get better lighting. And there's two sides of that. Number one, you might think, well, maybe my budget is zero. Just get as much light as you can. There's something about like getting all the lamps in your house and just getting like a ton of light, and that's going to make any camera, your phone, any camera you have look a lot better. And then as you grow, it actually a lot of times doesn't matter how good of a camera you have. If you don't have good lighting, then it's not going to look that good. So Judy, like, what do you do to make your videos look like so bright and so pretty?
Mm-hmm. You know, I find that it is most helpful to have free lighting, which is natural light. And the best lighting ever is when, usually I find here, is early in the morning when there is overcast and there's no shadow from the sun, because sometimes when the sun comes through it hits the clouds and then the lighting cuts in and out. But natural lighting is optimal in my opinion, and you know, beginning of the day you don't have to worry about sunset. And then also, if you are gonna get lighting, like Sean said, you don't have to spend $200 on, you know, like the Diva ring light. It is an awesome lighting equipment, but it is expensive. And if you're just starting out, you can just get something at Home Depot or at Rite Aid, whatever, one of those lamps, put it directly in front of you, and that would be optimal. And then also on iMovie, there is a setting where you can make your video a little brighter without changing the quality of the video. So you can use that as well. But natural lighting is ideal in front of a window.
Awesome. There's a great question. I really like this. And it says, hi, Benji and Judy. There's a few people that believe YouTube is an alternative step in success instead of attending college or university. What's your thoughts on this? And what would you encourage those that take the YouTube way out of attending college, or what should they do? What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Well, I hate to just distinguish life as go to college or YouTube. See, I see that life has tons of different options, okay? And YouTube, even in itself, have different options how you use YouTube. Me as a real estate professional, I use YouTube to record video tours of properties that my brother's selling, or talk about real estate. In Judy's channel, she's talking about makeup reviews because that's what she's passionate about, and she gets, you know, to work with brands or companies that she's passionate about. So there's different ways to do it, and I don't know if I would say, oh, look at it like it's either YouTube or college. You can go to college and do YouTube at the same time. Like, there's different variations of that. I think that whether you go to YouTube or college, really what you should ask yourself is what you want to accomplish in life. If you want to be a doctor, typically you're going to have to go to college to learn how to be a doctor. If you want to be a psychologist, it's probably going to be a good idea to get some education. But, you know, maybe you want to start a business where you sell hair tools. You probably don't have to go to college for that. So it all depends on what you want to accomplish in life, both personally and professionally. What do you think? Because you're a good example because you went to college.
You can do both.
Yeah.
I went to college for 4 years. I got a degree in psychology, and during my college, I did YouTube as well. So just like Benji said, it depends on what you want to do in life, what it is you want to accomplish. So yeah, and I don't think it's either YouTube or college. You could have both, or, you know, I don't think you should pick one or the other.
So good. Okay, so this is a question. A couple people hit this question. Gmail, G-E-E, Mail is asking this. And there's two questions here. Well, okay, let's just hit this one. How does negative comments or criticisms impact the way you do videos? And just to kind of start too, I know that anybody who starts putting videos out there, there's like massive fear because like you're sharing it with the whole world, and then inevitably what happens is there's somebody that will just say the most awful, hurtful things, and that can be really discouraging. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say in response to just negative comments or things like that.
Yeah, we would receive negative comments, but that's almost like a given. You're putting yourself out there in the internet where billions of people will get to watch you and get to criticize you in every single thing you do. But if you let that get to you and you let it affect you, then you know what? You're going to quit YouTube. And we chose not to let that affect us. One thing, though, I do appreciate constructive criticism, and I deeply appreciate it, and I listen to that, and I try things for myself, and if it works, I'm very thankful for it. So although we don't appreciate the negative comments, we don't we never delete comments, and we don't trash back.
Yeah, we don't regulate. We just don't regulate conversations. What I will say,
we
and
appreciate.
I try to always remind Judy is we focus on the positive.
Typically,
and it's probably 99% of the time, there are way more positive comments, you know, great remarks about what we're doing in the vlogs or encouragement than there ever is negative. It's just the way YouTube works in terms of the comment popularity is whatever is getting the most attention, which typically is negative ones because people are defending us, moves up to the top of the comments area. If you actually press the newest first on the comments, you will see there is a different dynamic there when it comes to negative and positive comments. So I like to not only focus on that, but give respect to those people that actually like us and try to encourage us to do what we do, because you know, that's who we do this for. And I'd hate to spend any time or effort focusing on the negative people, because you know what, in life there are negative people anyways.
And it is a law of attraction. If you want to attract that negative, then you're going to invest time focusing on that. But we like to invest time on the positives. And just FYI, I do respond to comments shortly after I publish a video, which is roughly anywhere from 10 to 12:30. So if you happen to catch the vlogs right when I upload, within the first 10 minutes, I respond to comments. So
yeah, for those of you that wait all night for the video,
I don't know when it goes up.
Sean, you should answer that too, about negativity and how to deal with that.
Yeah, I've heard some just absolutely crazy things. Like, I would not believe that such a level of hurtful things would be put out there. And I'll say this: I heard this from a friend. He said this thing called haters math, and he said like 99 positive comments plus 1 negative comment equals 1 negative comment. Like, that's what like rolls around in your head kind of all day long. And I think it's something that you kind of just have to press through, because inevitably I will like stew on that. It's like you leave, you're in the shower, and you're like thinking about, you're like, really, you know, is it true what they said about me and all that kind of stuff? But it's just going to happen. And I think that if you're going to make YouTube videos, you're going to make any kind of you know, content online, you have to press through that, and you kind of build up like a tolerance to it a little bit. And I think like I definitely noticed this in both you, Benji, and you, Judy, that you develop kind of like a thick skin but a soft heart still, like you guys were talking about. Like, because obviously that's going to happen, but you say like you have a soft heart still, you're still like receptive to constructive criticism, but you definitely can't just focus on that, because you have to just kind of creating videos and being yourself, and you're never going to please anybody, so you just got to get out there. Another question that I'd love to jump into and hear your guys is, and it's coming a lot, so Connie asked this: how saying I'm scared to make YouTube videos, or how do you overcome fear, or how do you build your confidence to make videos? Because turning the camera on and then being on camera can take a lot of courage. And so how have you overcome fear? How'd you get started? How'd you build up courage to make videos? And what are some tips?
My tip is to get used to the camera. I unfortunately don't have my very first YouTube video up anymore. I think after a year of it being up, I was so embarrassed I took it down, which I regret. But the very first video I ever recorded on YouTube was in early 2008, and I recorded me curling my hair with a curling iron. And I was so scared, I stuttered the whole time, and I had like, what's that deer caught in the headlights?
Deer in the headlights.
Deer in the headlight eyes. But I got used to it after being in front of the camera so much. And then you find that, you know, it just comes it's almost like I tell people, act as if you're talking to your best friend. You know, don't try to act like somebody else. Just look straight into the camera lens and as if you're talking to your girlfriend. And then I found that that seemed to be very comforting to me, and it just came naturally.
You know what really helps is, back to what I said earlier, talk about things you love to talk about.
Yeah.
Things that you're comfortable talking about. So a good example would be, obviously Judy is popular mainly for her beauty. That's what she started doing YouTube. But she wasn't into beauty or makeup. Maybe she was really into like shopping and fashion. Then she might not talk about those makeup products or doing looks as comfortably, and you know, she wouldn't have as much confidence, so she wouldn't be very natural on camera. So if you just talk about things that you love, that's why I don't think that what you love is uninteresting, because there are other people that like it. Just have confidence to know that whatever it is that you're passionate about in life is what you should probably be talking about in video. One variation I would say for the business people on here, I know there's probably not a lot, but anybody that uses YouTube for business, like how I do on real estate, is know the type of content that you need to deliver to your clients or your customer base. So, I mean, some people have a job they're not necessarily passionate about, but they know a lot about it. So that's a good example of not necessarily being passionate about, but talking about something you're an expert at. I think you should take this one too, Sean, because
Okay, and I have to get going, but it was good chatting with you. It's good seeing you, Sean.
You'll come
Great
back later,
seeing you, Judy.
Bye.
So a couple practical things as you are watching this live cast on Google Hangouts. There is a survey that is in the description below, and so we are going to be creating some content to try to help out with some of those questions. So click in the YouTube description, check out that survey, answer some questions, fill that out. Also, if you've asked a question, Benji and I will do our best to help you with cameras, lighting, confidence, anything like that, but maybe it got pushed down. So repost your question on YouTube, and we will do our best to answer those questions for you. I'm going to look at a question right now and do our best to answer it as Benji and Judy take a quick break. Minecraft Genius says, what attracts viewers to gaming, makeup, and beauty videos? Benji, I'm answering the question about what attracts viewers right now. And I think that when you're starting out, the biggest thing, and I said this kind of before, but the biggest thing to attract viewers is to come with something that's unique, is to come with something that is maybe other people have done it, but you do whatever you can actually do really well. And so Benji, you mentioned being really passionate, and I think the thing that you're most passionate about is also what you're going to be best at, and so that's going to be the most effective thing. So for you, Benji, like, you don't just love food, you're actually incredible at cooking food. You make good food. I've tasted it, and I was over at your house, and you have the best scrambled eggs, and it was like being with literally a chef. And so the thing is, you make really good videos about that. So there might be like 10 videos about how to make scrambled eggs, but you have something to add to that because you are super duper passionate about it and you're really good at it. And so for people, I think like getting really good at one thing, so in this case, like how do you do gaming or beauty or makeup, like find a unique way to do something in there, a unique thing that maybe somebody else hasn't done, or like bringing a unique angle to it. And then really rising to the top. One of our favorite guys, Benji, is, of course, Gary Vaynerchuk, and he says, cream always rises to the top no matter how many cups of coffee you make. And so if you take what you're passionate about and then you do like really good content around that, people are going to love it. Like, they're going to watch that, they're going to subscribe to your channel, and they're going to want to see more.
Yeah, and I am not muting you anymore, Sean, so let me know if there's still echo. Yeah, ditto, everything. Sean is a whiz when it comes to so many things. So we like to call Sean a backpack producer. So when he does videos about that stuff, he's very passionate about it, and you can tell. And to me, it's not just the information that you get from it, because not everybody watches YouTube for information, but the entertainment value too. Like, it's fun watching Sean talk about those things because he loves doing it, just like he might like hearing me talk about scrambled eggs. And there's that energy that you get from somebody that has a love for whatever their content is they're talking about. So that's something obviously to consider. I want to go ahead and go back to the YouTube comments down below if you're watching on the YouTube platform. If you want to, we're going to check Judy's Facebook. So facebook.com/ItsJudyTime. Let's see. Okay, so Baby Boo said, so I started my channel and I asked people on Twitter what they wanted to see me do videos about. Most of the people I asked suggested videos about makeup and fashion. Do you think that women on YouTube should be only thought out to just do beauty gurus? What are your thoughts about beauty section? Okay, so that's just reiterating what I said earlier, which is I think you should do whatever you're passionate about. I mean, obviously, today's society, we're so much more modern. There isn't this like barrier, there's not this box you have to stick in whether you're female or male. You can just about do anything. I would put gardening, I use as an example. Gardening, I think historically has been like maybe something a female would do, or like when you think of like a gardener like years ago, decades ago. But now, I mean, anybody that loves gardening, I love gardening. In fact, most of the gardeners I watch on YouTube are all male. So I don't think you should ever put yourself into any box based on your sex or your age or anything. You should just talk about what you're passionate about. Sean, are you finding any good questions? I think we should go to the...
Yeah, I've got great questions. You ready?
After the next question, we'll go to the responses form to answer some of those Q&A form submissions. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. I like this question from Lenny Pooh. It says, I've been working on my channel and I'm looking into partnerships with like Style Hall and the platform. What advice do you guys have for signing up for being a partner with such companies? I think there's a couple different things when it comes to YouTube. There's like an MCN, and that's like getting like a network where there's that side of things, and Benji could speak to that. And then there's just partnering with companies for a little while. And just from my own personal experience, I think the kind of cool thing about partnerships is that if you build your channel around what you're passionate about, then you can naturally align with brands that you're passionate about, and it's totally like full of integrity because it's stuff you love. So for us, like we love, our dogs, and so I've got one right here. I've got, Rosie the dog, and she's part of our family, and Sophie's down here as well. And so BarkBox eventually, reaches out to us and says, hey, we could do some stuff, and they'll, send you a free BarkBox and stuff. That's like really cool because that's something Sony and I, my wife, would already kind of be interested in. So in answer to your question, I think partnerships are a cool thing. And I think that, the biggest thing, and I've totally noticed this with Benji and Judy, is that, you just do stuff that's in line with what you're doing. So if somebody reached out to me and they were like, hey, we want to sponsor you with like motocross gear for riding dirt bikes, I'd be like, well, that's not something I do, so it wouldn't be like a good partnership. So naturally, just kind of working to build that up, I'd say go for it. What are your thoughts, Benji?
So yeah, and there's so much in that question. MCNs, they're like the networks, they're like the CBS, NBCs of YouTube, and we are currently actually with an MCN. It's a more unknown one, Driver Digital. But I'd say whether an MCN or working with brands or sponsorship opportunities, I would hold off on those as long as you possibly can. The reason I say that is when you're a smaller channel and you don't have as many views, right, depending on the niche, genre, topic, or type of content you put out there, they're going to have the upper hand. They're going to have the leverage. And I feel that if you have the ability to, some people, they need to make a living off of YouTube, so they might need to take sponsorships. If you can hold off and not be premature in joining an MCN or taking on sponsors or some type of integrated branding into your video, that is going to serve you well in the long term, because the goal would be for them to be asking you, to do stuff rather than you going to them. But in the beginning, they even come up to you, and you just want more leverage. And obviously, even Judy gets it still. Judy has a great balance. She tries to do as much organic content as possible. And even when she does have sponsorships, there are sponsorships or brands that she's already aligned with or already using. So she tries to be as organic as possible when always being 100% integrity driven. And I think that's really important, because if you're not like that, and especially are like all about the money in the beginning, people are going to see that and they're going to be so turned off. I mean, we get people so turned off on certain videos, and I feel like we do a really great job, and we try to be as honest as possible, as transparent as possible, and it's just something that I would hold off on. That's a topic that I know a lot of people want to hear about, and I think Sean, we should probably put a link to the YouTube channel that we're going to create, or a place where people can go for more additional wisdom on YouTube, is making money on YouTube. Okay, so if you don't know, this is what Judy does full time to make money. She quit working at a makeup store years ago, and she pursued this full time to make a living doing this. I do help her as her business manager. I also have another profession I'm part of in real estate. But if you're somebody watching this video because you need to make money, or you want YouTube to be your job or to be your career, what I would say, again, listening to the wisdom that you get from all three of us, be patient, okay? The money will come if you're doing something you're passionate about. Bring it back to the gardening, because I read it in Gary Vaynerchuk's book, I believe. Right, Sean? He talks about gardeners. If you're somebody that's really into gardening and you build up a good following, loyal people that are also into gardening, you'll get approached by other gardening companies that maybe you already use, you know, and you'll be able to create deals from that to be able to create a living for yourself. And I know that was a lot to take in, but you know, there's just so much to talk about when it comes to that topic. But let's next question, unless you want to touch on what I said, and then
let me just hit this, because you mentioned a way to kind of get some more info. So I figured this is not really out, but we'll kind of release a little bit of our project that's coming up. If people go to youtube.com/video influencers, we're going to start posting some videos that are really going to help people build their YouTube channels, make better videos, and just crush it overall on YouTube. So I just sent a tweet to that link. I'm at Sean Cannell. Benji, retweet that tweet.
Yeah, I'll retweet it, and let's make sure, remind me to put it on the Facebook page for Judy, because most people, I'm sure, are coming from that. I'll do that after I ask the next question. So going to the responses of the form, which you can still fill out down below, there's a link, a bit.ly link down there. We've already kind of talked on editing videos, promoting your channel, shooting video kind of, and the last one is posting videos. So I think, Sean, this would be a great one for you to start off. Posting videos to YouTube and how you optimize that to be able to get the most views possible. Go ahead, Sean. You take that, and then I'll tweet that link.
Okay, so posting videos. So I liked, you know, you talked about a sequence. You have to probably plan your video. You got to shoot your video. Then you edit your video. Once it's done, you upload it, you post it. So what do you do then? That's like the most important part. And I like to say that if you spend like 50% of your time, like let's say it took you like 2 hours to do all that other stuff, you should spend about 2 hours like on the posting side of things. And at that point, there's 3 areas that are really critical. You want to have a really good title, so you title your video good. You want to put really good information in the description, and then you want to have good tags so that your video can be found. And you want to think about pretty much this one thing, is like, what are people searching for when they're searching for your video? So if people are looking for like a new like lip liner, eyeliner, or something like that, or they're looking for some hair product or something, you might say, you know, review of the such product. That's kind of obvious, but it's so important to have information that people can discover about that video. And so having a good title, having a good description, and that's one of the things that we'll go into more depth in. And I think that, you know, starting with the basic understanding and just being intentional, but that's something that I think we've been working on for years, you know, and like we're always searching to master that. So we'll have a lot more really good content that's coming up. But take time there, because I think what some people do is they're tired after they've finished that video, so they just kind of put it up there, they leave the description empty, they don't really put a very good title, they just put a few tags out, and then the video doesn't, you know, get as many views as it really could. But post that video, make all that stuff really good.
Wait 1 second, Sean. You keep talking because I got something in the background.
Okay, so meanwhile, a couple other things. Let's hit some questions. And if you're on the Hangout right now, a couple announcements. In the description is this survey that we're doing to help you make better videos on YouTube, help you with practical tips like cameras, lighting, posting, tagging. And so go to the YouTube description and click on that. We also talked about a project that Benji and I have coming up called Video Influencers. It's going to be talking to some of the leading YouTubers and different people about how to crush it with YouTube and online video. And so that's at youtube.com/video influencers. And looking now at the comments, I'll just hit SurferGal17011 right off the top. How often should people post in a week? Is there too much or is there not enough? The answer to that, and Benji, I know you got a good answer, I would say that more than anything, there's probably not enough. I think that it's important, and I'm not even the best at this. Benji's always like, come on, man, post those videos. And maybe I just kind of got spread thin. I've got these different YouTube channels. But I think that once a week is a good way to do it. And what you'll notice you'll notice that the best YouTubers kind of like advertise when they're going to post their new videos. So they'll say new videos every Wednesday, and Friday, or they're saying Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And do something you can commit to. And honestly, if it's only once a month, do it once a month, and then you know that it's going to come out. People can count on it, whatever kind of content you have. But what happens is a lot of times seasons come and you get busy and so on and so forth. So you can go through the ghost town syndrome, where you post videos and then there's like this whole empty spot, and people will lose you. And posting videos regularly helps YouTube. Like, they promote your videos more. You'll get more discovered when you post more videos, and then it keeps your audience engaged. And then it's like when you don't post, even the subscribers you do have won't even see your videos as much, because YouTube, they kind of like throttle. They sort of like don't let all your subscribers even see all your videos, depending on how active you are. So Benji, share your thoughts on how often people should post.
Well, it's all going to depend. I hate that answer, but it's so true. It's all going to depend on the type of content you do, and your lifestyle, obviously. Somebody questioned earlier, how do I balance school and YouTube? More important than how often you upload is consistently uploading. Now, this probably isn't going to do a lot for you growing your channel, but even if you could upload one video a month, that is going to be better than 10 videos in 1 month and nothing the rest of the year if you're trying to build long-term growth on your YouTube channel. Ideally, I would say, and I have ghost town moments as well, once a week is great. It's very reasonable. Most people can do it. You can find like an hour in your week to do that, even if it's a short video, to post. Judy, she's like really on it right now with the twins. It's really hard for her. It's, her time is consumed being a mother to our children. But typically, if she had control of her schedule, 2 to 3 a week is good. Okay, 2 to 3 a week is good. I've heard of people like Judy doing daily uploads on our vlogs. That is crazy dedication, lots of commitment, but that will serve you really well. Again, though, it's different type of content. Daily vlog, specific thing that you're watching there. It's just our life. It's like reality TV, and it's very unique. But if you're somebody that's teaching about how to fix up cars, or say you're talking about the latest fashion trends, then maybe once a week would be fine. And even this one thing I will say is kind of like just tears down everything I said, and even Sean. Remember, with YouTube, there are no rules either, okay? Like, if you're somebody that wants to upload 30 in 1 month and none the rest of the year, you very well could do that. Maybe you have the type of content where it's more like searchable. It's like how-to type of videos, and you get 1 million views on all those videos, okay? There aren't any, like, even though we try to give our opinions and our wisdom as best as we can, there's still a lot of channels out there that don't follow any of them, and they grow. They're able to make a living from it, and you just have to do it. I always tell people, just do it. Just do it. Judy's a master of it. She does it way better than I do, 10 times better. She just does it, like in the beginning when she was doing makeup videos, she just did it, even though, and there's another comment I want to acknowledge from Kayla Fan. Hi, Judy and Benji. What do you do when your friends make fun of you making videos? How do you avoid the embarrassment? There is no avoiding it. Especially if you don't have an audience that's watching you, you're going to have to utilize your own audience. They may laugh in the beginning, but if you make it big, or you're living your life doing YouTube videos, they're not going to be laughing forever, okay? And you know what? If there are people like that, I don't know if those are the type of people you want around you anyways. So again, it goes back to having positivity in your life. I forgot what I was asking. I was answering originally, Sean.
Awesome. Let me hit some questions here, and meanwhile, Benji, tell them about the survey thing and what else we got going on in the description.
So in the description box, mainly what you're going to see is, and you know what, I could probably put the link to that new YouTube channel that we created, But there is going to be a bit.ly link to questionnaire form, and there you can type in your questions, and based on the results of that form, it's going to determine what we're going to talk about here. And if this is popular enough, if we get enough people on our new YouTube channel, we will continue to do this. Sean and I's plan is to continue doing this, and Judy will chime in too because she is the master of it. One thing I do want to say is, you know, like, Judy is a superstar of her channel, but again, if you're just chiming in, Sean, he's kind of like, he's like the tech behind the scene. You know, he's the one helping Judy to optimize her videos, teaching her all the latest tricks and, you know, ninja skills. And I did that too, partly as she was growing as well, because I was into that. I was like a geek when it came to analytics and all the tools. Judy, the reason she's so good, though, is because she just does it, you know. So we have different things to input, but we're creating a new channel, Sean and I, because we feel that between the three of us and other YouTubers we know, that there's a lot of knowledge we'd like to share to help you grow your channel. So if you want the link to the new YouTube channel, go to facebook.com/ItsJudyTime, and the link is there right now. Or down below is a questionnaire that you can fill out too. And then, yeah. Do you want me to look for another question, Sean, or you got one teed up?
Yes. Look for another question, and I will look for...
Okay. I got a great one for Sean, but I'll answer it first. Comes from, sorry if I don't pronounce this correctly, Hawa Vang, or Vang. What equipment would you need starting YouTube? So this is a popular question about, you know, different budgets. So different people can afford different things, what you need for different types of video. What's great is Sean and Judy have done plenty of these videos. I think Sean has a couple on his YouTube channel as well. I would say start out small. So I wish this little camera is probably the best all-around camera, and they have new updated ones, but we like this one specifically because of the wide angle. But this is a Canon PowerShot. This is a 110HS. They don't make this anymore, but even the new ones like the 300 work very well. You can get these for about $200 or less. I've seen sales where they're like $125, and this will get you started, okay? If you're trying to make something more high-end, you know, you should research on YouTube, but don't think you need these amazing DSLRs or crazy like microphones or crazy lighting. Like Judy said, get the best lighting you can. The free lighting is the best, so like natural lighting. 2, get an affordable camera that does at least 1080p, okay? And I think we have a link to this camera and other cameras in all of our daily vlogs. And then the third thing is use whatever computer you have and software that's on it to edit videos. So that's how you get started. And really, I would do that before trying to spend tons of money, because you might find you're not into video making, and it would be a shame for you to spend all that money and you don't even make videos. So, Sean, what do you think? Because you are the tech guy. We always ask Sean about this stuff. So.
Well, I think, like, I was just, while you were talking, I was looking up some stuff. And so I don't know if Judy would want me to do this, but you can go to her channel. You can put the videos in order of oldest to newest, and you can go all the way back to May 4th, 2008, and you can see a video from Judy. So that's 8 years ago right now. You know, like, that's 8 years ago that the first video is on ItsJudyTime. And you can look at the quality, and it's definitely like not what it is now. It's you know, I don't think she talks in it. It's got like text in the bottom. And the cool thing about that, though, is for those watching, is just to get started with what you have. And Judy would probably say this, you know, she looks back at those old videos and she might be like, oh man, she kind of cringes when she watches them because they're not what, you know, she would do today. But if it wasn't for those videos she posted then 8 years ago, she wouldn't be where she is now with her confidence, with her knowledge of video editing, with all that other stuff. And so there's just something so powerful about getting started with what you have and pushing through the fact that you're going to really not like probably those first videos you post. You're going to be critical of yourself. It's not going to have the best lighting and audio, but that's going to be like your learning season. And if you never go through that, every single YouTuber that I know that has, got success in any arena, in posting any kind of online video, they have to push through those challenges. And so take your iPhone, take your Droid, take your Samsung Galaxy, and shoot some videos and start posting them. And like, oh, I don't really like that, but you're going to be learning in the process. And then maybe someday, like, you put those unlisted or you delete them, but just get to, start posting videos. And then, practically, I saw one question that said, what's the best place to shoot, inside or outside? I want to give one really super practical tip to video creators. The best place to shoot, if you have almost nothing, is right in front of a window when it's daytime. Set your camera on the window, like if the window is my monitor right now, set it on the windowsill and let all of that light shine on you, and then talk right into the camera. And you'll see a lot of YouTubers do that. That window becomes your own personal lighting box. Talk right in front of the camera. You can just set your iPhone up there, or if you're using your webcam on your laptop, set your laptop up on a table or something. And a lot of YouTubers know that that's the best lighting spot. It's free. You just have to shoot during the day and shoot when light is coming through the window, and it creates an incredible daylight shot. It kind of will darken the area behind you because there'll be so much light on you, and get started. So use your phone, use your webcam, use your neighbor's camera, use something, and just get going.
Sweet. So I'm reading comments on the Facebook page, Judy's Facebook.com/ItsJudyTime. Some of the posts there. So we also have the link to the new YouTube channel that Sean started. One of them is advice on starting daily vlogs. How do you juggle all all that goes into doing a daily vlog, especially when we have 3 kids? Full credit to Judy when it comes to uploading those videos. She not only tapes, which I tape too, but she edits and uploads. I do as much supporting of her at night as possible to make that happen, because it's so much work, and for her to do it every day. So really, it just comes down to sheer effort. It just takes tons of hustle. You're going to be up late sometimes. I mean, we can be up to 1 or 2 in the morning. Judy really feels it's important to put up the vlog as soon as she edits it, versus like some people do it in the morning, which is totally fine. Sometimes I try to convince her to do it. So it just takes a lot of effort. You have to make that decision. One thing I will say for Judy is it's easier for her because she already has a lifestyle of doing YouTube. So she's very used to editing. 2, because this is what she does for a living, it's not like a huge addition to her life to edit that video every day, since she's already in the mindset of YouTube. So like if you're somebody that has a full-time job, man, kudos to you if you can do a daily vlog. And I'm saying it's totally possible. It's just it would be much more difficult for you in your position. So as much as I give Judy credit, she also has a lifestyle where it gives her the ability to do it. And when it all comes down to it, we're really motivated by, when we have our meetups, so many people hug us and people tell me, Benji, I got healthy from your green juices, or they'll say, Judy, you're so beautiful. I love watching your makeup videos, and you're just such a nice kind person. Those are the kind of things that really get us going, like to want to video ourselves, even though we get so much negativity, and there's a lot of love. So, and obviously the lifestyle that YouTube brings, letting us work at home, be with the girls, and be with each other is awesome too. So I don't know, Sean, if you want to chime in on that from the Facebook comment.
Let me hit another question, and quite a few people have been asking about music and like copyrighted music and stuff, and it can kind of be a complex issue. But to keep it simple, I think you've got a couple things. Get started with YouTube's free music library, and that's a way. The question is kind of this: number one, copyrighted music, technically you can't use it no matter what. Like you can't use a Beyonce song technically, number one, on your video because you don't own the rights. But number two, you definitely can't monetize your video if you use a Beyonce song. What will end up happening a lot of times is it'll put like the iTunes link, YouTube will recognize it, and then the ads are going to go to Beyonce, and the links are going to go to the song, and you're not going to have the rights to it. So what you would do is use the music that YouTube gives you, and then there's sites that are called like royalty-free music sites and whatnot. So if you want to monetize your videos, you have to make sure that you have music, and this is the term you would search, royalty-free music, or you'd search royalty music for YouTube videos, and make sure to use music like that. And then what will happen is, like, let's say you could go to a site and buy a song for $10. It might cost like $10 to buy a royalty-free song beyond YouTube's free library. Then they'll give you actually some, like a little download, which would be like a PDF, like a digital download when you buy the song, you download it. And if YouTube was to flag your video and say, hey, you don't have the rights to this video, you can contest it, send them that file and say, yes, I do. And then a lot of times they'll turn monetization on, like 9 out of 10. So it's kind of like an area that you just kind of work in. But the simplest way to do it is to use YouTube's library of music. Or I know Benji and Judy used like the free songs that came on the Apple computer that were royalty free, that just came like right on if you have an iMac or any kind of Apple device, and just use those. So that's probably the best way to go.
Sweet. And I want to answer a question that was on the comments area down below. And by the way, I did put our new channel down in the info box, so you can click there if you're watching this on the YouTube player. Subscribe to the new channel if you want additional ninja stuff. There's no videos on it right now, but I'm sure Sean is going to eventually put up something, and hopefully we can put more stuff that's specific, more detailed, maybe even longer too. But the question I want to answer is a great one, because I get this all the time from people, or I just notice it. The question, oh man, I wish I had saved who it was. Okay, from Maneen Alamayahu. Is it smart to start a daily vlog, or should I build my audience with a weekly vlog on specific topics? I think you can go either way with it if you want. I will say it's easier to build an audience and then start doing a daily vlog. So Judy's experience is a perfect example. She built so many followers on her beauty channel, ItsJudyTime, and then more people got curious about who's this guy in the background. We want to know what you do during the day. They want to see like her experiencing the product reviews. So it's easier for her to say, okay, I have a second channel. This is my daily vlog channel, okay? Because this audience who already was sold on Judy, they trust her opinion. They love watching her. Naturally, we're going to watch a daily video of her. If you try to do it the other way, or maybe you don't even do this, you just go straight to daily vlogs, there's just so much competition, and it's harder for people that don't know who you are to sit through a 20-minute video and fall in love with you, because that's not how I feel is going to be the quickest way to build a vlog channel. Like I said before, though, there's no rule against doing that, but if you're somebody that really wants the best chance to have both, I would definitely start with the topic that you're passionate about, or something you're very knowledgeable about. And if you can build an audience there, then you start a daily vlog. I've seen some people that actually do daily vlogs in their main channel because they feel like people wouldn't subscribe to the new channel. But this is a question for you. If Judy started doing daily vlogs on her regular channel, would you still watch it? Yes. So naturally, because she started a second channel because she wanted to keep it separate, it's not a big deal for somebody to subscribe. In fact, this is a funny segue, but on our next channel, we have 0 subscribers, so maybe it's not true. Maybe we should just keep doing videos on here. But the video link, the link to the new YouTube channel is down below. Sean, you want to take it, because I want to wrap this up. I did say I was going to do this for an hour, and I've got to help Judy with the babies.
Yeah, so here's the thing. There's so many great questions, and what we can do is we can go through these questions and even do another hangout together soon on our new channel. And so make sure to, if you are interested in building your YouTube channel, getting more views, getting more subscribers, what cameras to use, lighting, what music to use, how to stay motivated, how to overcome fear, and you want to hear not just some of the tips we've learned from Judy, but also from other YouTubers, because we're scheduling literally interviews with YouTubers and video creators. And so that channel is called Video Influencers, youtube.com/video influencers. There's no videos there yet, but subscribe there. There's a link in the description. There's also a survey that's going to help give some ideas for some content on that channel, like what are your biggest challenges. So all of that's in the YouTube description below. Check that out. And then the link to that channel is also on facebook.com/ItsJudyTime. So if you're subscribed there, as soon as videos drop, they'll come out and they'll be awesome. Wish we had more time to answer questions, but we will get to those on the Video Influencers channel in the future.
And I did want to do something fun to end this, and you can too, Sean, if you want. Somebody asked, what do you put in your green juice? Now, you can go to BenjiManTV, my YouTube channel, and find all kinds of recipes for green juices and green smoothies. Right now, which I already drank all of it, but right now I'm putting spinach. I'm putting apple, because apples are in season. They're so good here in Washington. Cucumber. Parsley, great for cleaning out your system. Lemon and lemon skin. Make sure it's organic if you're going to put the skin in there. And also pineapple juice. I get pineapple juice in like a glass jar. You don't need very much because pineapple juice is so sweet. Put in some crushed ice, water, cold water in there. Blend it in the blend tech. It's amazing. It's truly salad in a cup. I sound like an infomercial, but that's the fun question of the day. You have something fun you want to answer, Sean, so that people that are falling asleep might want to wake up.
The fun question of the day?
Yeah, fun question for you. You guys put some questions for Sean right now in the comments area. I'm like looking at some right now.
The fun question of the day.
Digitazzle says, this has given me so much confidence to make a channel and start my own channel.
That gives me an idea. That exact thing I think is critical, and this is one of the reasons why we want to make this channel, is people say, how do I stay motivated? How do I build confidence? It's a lot of hard work. How do I keep going? And I think creating a community or being connected to people and individuals or content kind of like this Google Hangout or the channel we want to create is critical, because I know Benji feels this way, I feel this way. As like a creator of videos, or if you get up and shoot, you're going to deal with discouragement. I mean, there's days when I get up and I'm like, man, I just don't want to do it. I'm tired, or it just seems hard and all this kind of stuff. And I've found that sometimes when I'm discouraged, that kind of when I just want to kind of give up, that honestly a conversation with Benji on the phone gets me pumped again. And he's actually oftentimes, he'll tell me even with YouTube, he'll be like, post videos, Sean, you just keep posting your videos, in seasons when like I'm not posting anything. So the way to do that, I think, is a couple things. Subscribe to Video Influencers, our channel that's coming up, because you'll be like motivated, you'll hear videos. But also look for other people, form a community with other people that kind of like share the same passion for video that you do. And that will keep you inspired, and you need that. It's not like one time is enough. Like, I constantly am trying to hear from other video creators and stuff to stay inspired, stay encouraged, keep my ideas fresh, keep dreaming, and keep like, you know what I mean, Benji?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's, if you want to stay motivated, be around motivated people, and hopefully that new channel can do that for you. It's already giving me ideas on videos we can put on there, like a weekly, I know that's scary for Sean and me, a weekly video on why to upload more videos on that channel. I'm looking at the subscribers, which, by the way, the link is below, and it says 0, but I have a feeling, because I've seen people comment, hey, just subscribe, can't wait to see videos or stuff like that. I think people are subscribing. I just can't see the subscriber level right now. It's not refreshing. Oh, somebody's saying don't see the link to the new YouTube channel. It's right down there in the info box down below. But let's see, fun fact. How about this, Sean? Let's close this out with a fun fact of ourselves. Do you want to give a fun fact about yourself? Or
someone asked me what's my favorite TV show. You answer the question first.
Okay, my favorite TV show at the moment would have to be Mind of a Chef, and it's on Netflix, but it was originally on PBS, and I believe it's still on PBS. Anthony Bourdain is a narrator. It's about chefs, talking about chef life, about food, talking with and hanging with and cooking with other chefs. It's like a food lovers show, and no commercials. I love Netflix. So Mind of a Chef is my favorite show right now. John?
Somebody said show your dogs. You know, my wife Sonia and I are mostly, we really like kind of like sci-fi, and so we actually are watching The Strain. Have you ever heard of that? And
no. I've heard of it. I've heard of it. I
like that. And then one of my favorite shows literally of all time though is Breaking Bad, and so I know that's like an old thing now. Yeah, but that's definitely one.
Trader Joe's or Whole Foods? Wow, that is so hard. I want to say Whole Foods. Just more options. It's way more expensive if you want affordability, Trader Joe's, but Whole Foods, it's just like a food paradise in there. So I like. What about you, Sean?
I'm gonna say Trader Joe's just because although we're getting a Whole Foods right across, literally from our apartments.
Sweet.
In like a year. But yeah, Trader's is definitely, because you can just get so much. But Whole Foods is like a wonderland. It's just it's like overwhelming. It's an exciting place to go.
Anyways, all right. I think that's a good way to part. And don't forget to subscribe to the new channel. Links down below. Sorry, I want to have Judy here. When we do this video broadcast again, we'll definitely have Judy on. I'll try to get her to do more videos, like just random vlog type of videos, or more casual. We're not doing Q&A. I always forget to do it. Now I have this cool camera. Like, it's like HD. It's awesome. But thank you, Sean, for being on here, and I can't wait to do more videos with you.
Likewise, Benji. Looking forward to it, and we'll talk soon. Excited about doing videos on video influencers.
Peace out.
Later.